By the summer of 1941, Europe stood on the edge of its greatest and deadliest conflict.
Under strict secrecy, Nazi Germany prepared the largest invasion in human history. Along the Soviet border, over 3 million soldiers waited for the signal to attack.
On June 22, 1941, the silence was shattered at first light. Operation Barbarossa began with overwhelming firepower.
The Luftwaffe struck Soviet airfields, destroying aircraft on the ground.
Thousands of Soviet aircraft were lost within hours. German blitzkrieg tactics pushed deep into Soviet territory. The Red Army was caught completely unprepared. Entire Soviet armies were surrounded and cut off. Millions of Soviet soldiers were captured in the early weeks.
Civilians soon became victims of the advancing war. Germany believed Moscow would fall within weeks.
Soviet leadership struggled to respond to the disaster.
The Soviets adopted a scorched earth strategy. Despite resistance, German forces kept advancing. Logistics and distance began slowing the invasion. Nature became one of Germany's greatest enemies. The Red Army began to recover and resist.
Brutal battles erupted across Soviet cities.
Millions of civilians fled eastward to escape the invasion.
As winter approached, German hopes began to fade.
German forces were unprepared for the brutal Russian winter.
Moscow came into view, but victory remained out of reach.
The Soviets launched a powerful counterattack. For the first time, German forces were forced back. Operation Barbarossa cost millions of lives. The war in the East became a fight for survival.
Barbarossa marked the beginning of Germany's downfall.
The Soviet Union refused to fall! Operation Barbarossa became the turning point of World War II. The Eastern Front would decide the fate of Europe.
Millions were lost in one of history's deadliest campaigns.
The legacy of Barbarossa remains a warning. Ambition and hatred had unleashed unimaginable destruction.
History remembers those who paid the highest price.
Operation Barbarossa reminds humanity of the cost of ambition and the millions of lives lost when war knows no limits.
to honor those who suffered and to remember the lessons of history. Subscribe and keep these stories alive.